played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Hello, everyone. This is Ben Jammin up in the booth on Ben Jammin Broadcasting tonight. We're here at Texas Motor Speedway for 80 laps, which will be 120 miles. This is race 7 of 12 of the Friday Night Lights. And give me just a second here. We'll get things going. We're having the Texas Two-Step tonight is the name of the race. It is hosted by VRX, and we will be having a good old time tonight. Get you some race info up here. It is the Texas Two-Step 120. It's 120 miles, 80 laps. Like I said, from Texas Motor Speedway, and it is race 7 of 12. Tonight, we will be starting the weather out at 84 ambient temp, 85 track temp. So it ought to be nice and cool. I'm not sure what the humidity is tonight. If it's a high humidity, it'll be a slippery track. If not, it'll be a nice, grippy track so the trucks won't slide around a lot. Tire wear could be an issue tonight. With 80 laps, they're going to be trying to do 40 laps per set. Well, on the first set, they will need 2 pit stops tonight. There is no stretching it. And we will get to your qualifying order going here. Showing the grid now. Your pole setter will be Brian Hennings in the number 74 on the inside. Or no, that Brian is in third. I'm sorry. Your pole setter is Jared Epker in the number 11 on the inside. Second place is number 18, Brian Philpott. Third place will be Brian Hennings. Fourth place will be Doug Helfer, I'm sorry. Doug Helfer in the 64. Fifth place is going to be Wade Palmer in the 43. Let's see if we can get a look at his truck real quick. It's a nice rendition of a Richard Petty throwback paint scheme. Sixth place is John Doc Hudson. Your next row is Mama T. Teresa Spiker in the 70. And next to hers, Papa G. Greg Spiker in the 10. I got to step this up, so number 9, ninth place is Renee Hasp in the 38. 10th is Christian Key in the 97. 11th is Edward Fiedler. 12th is Kenneth Blackburn. And rounding out the field is Brian Duncan. Jared Epker leads lap 1, with Jared Philpott following in second. About a second and a half, or a little over a tenth of a second back.
Caution's out.
And we have caution. Why do we have caution? Showing the 66 is driving slow. Let's go see what happened to him. Oh, rewind that a little. '66 is cruising along. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like Renee Hasp, maybe. Yeah, it looks like Renee Hasp just, I don't know, hit the apron maybe and got turned. Did he get loose coming out of 1 and 2? Let's see. Oh, he got loose in the dog leg. Fought it all the way through 1 and 2, trying to recover. And then he just couldn't recover. Got into Ed Fiedler and then Brian Duncan. Tough break for them 3. Luckily, they will have a fast repair. And I didn't get a chance to do it earlier. Let's go over the race analysis. We have the race is 80 laps. Pit road speed is 45. They have 2 sets of tires, 2 green-white checker attempts, 65% fuel, and they're on the fixed iRacing setup. With that 65% fuel, they'll get about 27 to 29, maybe 30 laps. So that means 2 stops. This caution is a little early to try a pit strategy of making it a one-stop, they need to go probably about 15 laps to be able to do that safely. Will anyone try to pull that? If we get a caution around lap 15, who knows? But right now we're under caution. The first caution of the night come out on lap 2, I believe. We're 1 lap green, so we're getting ready to go green after they make this round. Next time they come down into turn 4, the pace truck will pull off, and then they will be lined up, get the start zone, then the leader can go. We'll see how they do. We'll watch Barney here. He's got his arm up with the flag in hand. Right now it's yellow. He'll be switching that to green, and then they'll be going. Again, quick check on the weather. It looks like it's come down 1 degree on both air and track temp, so that'll just help give you more grip. They should be coming through turn 4 now. As you see, Barney just switched the flags, so they'll be off at green. As you can see, they're coming through 1 and 2 now. About to exit 2 and head down the back stretch. Get you your ticker back up. It looks like Jared Edgar is still leading over Philpott. He's opened it up by 0.2 of a second, almost 0.3. And Brian Hennings is just over 0.3 of a second back in third, with Helfer in fourth, Palmer in fifth, Mama T sixth, Doc Hudson seventh, Papa G eighth, Renee Haas ninth, who was the cause of that last caution. Renee just fell back to 10th, and Christopher Key took 9th. Ed Feeler's running 7 seconds back from the leader in 11th. Brian Dunkenator is in 12th, and poor Kenneth Blackburn is 2 laps down in 13th. Looks like we got a good battle going between Hudson and Papa G here. Papa G's looks like he's going to take the spot. He's got the inside line going in turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, Papa G's taken and opened the gap up a little and chasing down Mama T. Doc Hudson's in the danger zone with Christopher Key and Renee Haas right there. Looks like they're both pushing pretty hard to get up there, but eventually they will. I do like the paint job on John Hudson's number 3 VRX truck. And up front, it looks like Philpott and Epger's tightening up a little with Brian Hennings. They're running about the same as they were earlier distance-wise, but they're getting there. Ought to be interesting to see how this develops throughout the race. We're on lap 11 of 80. I personally do not expect a lot of cautions, but we will see. But right now, they're coming out of turn 2, heading into 3 and 4, and Epker's still leading with Philpott and Hennings, who is catching slowly, but he's catching them. Maybe saving some tire. Papa G is falling back away from Mama T a little, who is running in 6th. And for some reason, Mama T does not have a number. What I'm thinking is she has a sim stamp. She has a non-sim stamp number in a sim stamp in Trading Paints. But right now up front, it's still Epker leading with Philpott in 2nd. Hennings running 3rd. Palmer 4th at the moment. Or Helfer 4th. Palmer. Excuse me. Palmer 5th. But in the back, we had a pass between the number 13 and number 66 of Brian Duncan and Edward Fiedler. It's nice to see Kenneth B back on the track. Unfortunately, he's still 2 laps down. I don't know what happened to him, but he's still out there giving it a go. Taylor, Skyler, Daddy says hello from Texas. He'll be bringing home some good ribs and some great brisket. Texas has probably the best beef barbecue I know of in the world. So be looking for them ribs and brisket. Hopefully he'll get you some mac and cheese and coleslaw to go with it. But back here up at the front, we got a battle between Epker and Philpott for the lead. And Philpott's got the advantage. He's on the inside. And he takes the lead from him, and Hennings is closed up on Epker. So nice 3-way battle up here for 1st to 3rd. Take a look on board with Brian Hennings as he's trying to pass Jared Epker here. This is the view from Brian Hennings out his windshield. He does appear to be about to clear Epker and run down Philpott maybe. We are on lap 18 of 80. So we're in that window where they could possibly make it on one more stop, but you do not want to stop here unless it's under caution for fuel. At this point, I don't know what strategy I would have. I would probably pit, take fuel and tires, and do one more stop after that around lap 50. Yeah, 50 would get you to the end if you're stretching it. They need about 2-3 more laps to be safe. But after Hennings and Philpott cleared Epker, the lead that Philpott has had is pretty much maintained right around 2-3 of a second back. Epker's fallen to about a second back. Helfer's catching him. Palmer's up there. Mama T and Papa G is about to get busy. Greg is catching Teresa. Will it be another night that he passes her in a league race for position and finish ahead of her? I don't know. But behind them, you got Christopher Keefe battling with Renee Haas. And they appear to be catching both Mama T and Papa G. Tires are probably starting to wear out here, or so the grip's not as good. You can't hold that white line going through 1 and 2 as much as you'd like. Carry quite a bit of speed. I am showing Wade Palmer is slow. And he's fallen back quite a bit. Let's see if we can see if something happened.
Caution's out. What is this for, Earl? Say again. Caution.
We have a caution,
In the wall.
and it looks like Brian Duncan might be involved. Duncan is going slow here, so let's rewind and see what happened. Helfer just got tight coming through the corner, got into the side of Duncan. Duncan tried to save it, wound up stopping on the track, and that's that. Good job by them guys not to totally wreck. Unfortunately, Helfer was on the lead lap. Duncan had just went a lap down, which means he will lose the lucky dog, being he was involved in that. So Edward Fiedler should get the lucky dog. And if I was a driver here, I'd be pitting, and the leaders were pitting. So this will take us to around lap 50, 52, I would guess, which would give you just enough gas, maybe a touch of saving, to make it a one more stop race. We'll see how that plays out, but while we're here, we are going to take a quick commercial break.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff. The motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
All right, everyone, we are coming back from the green flag. We are currently on the back stretch and lined up so we can go green this time by. Real quick, let's take a look at the weather. It has not changed since last time. It's still 83 outside air, and track is 84. do a quick race recap here. We have run 26 of the 80 laps. We've had 2 cautions, 2 lead changes. And we are going to go green in it. Looks like 2 drivers did not stop. Oof. Looks like Haas
Green flag.
and Key, who is your leader at the moment, Christopher Key, has not stopped. You got Philpott and Hennings on fresh tires. Oh, Key blinks out there. Quick disconnect issue. Philpott is loose coming through 2. And Ebker gets loose coming out of 2. There's a caution.
Goddamn caution for. Rex. 10-4.
And
Last crashes, I've had no idea what's going on. All right.
that looks like it might involve the number 10 of Papa G. Yes, it does. Let's go back and see what Mama T did to him. Got a restart here. They're on fresh tires, so they're a little slick to begin with. Haas way up in the corner. Papa G just got loose coming out of 2 and lost it. I'm sorry, Mama T, that was no fault of yours this time. Go back live. And right now your leader is Christopher Key still. And he's going to pit. Brian Hennings, it looks like he's going to pit. Maybe play some fuel strategy here. Nope. Brian Hennings fakes them all out. So that'll give the lead to Hennings. And we'll be right back, people.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, that was a word from James Wagner's Welding. They host a league on Mondays and Wednesdays. They are starting up this coming Monday. It's a super speedway series. And then Wednesdays, they are running a truck series on NASCAR tracks. Look them up. It's Roughneck Racing. Good group of guys to race with. But tonight we're at the VRX Friday Night Lights. And we are about to be 1 to go. I believe, yep, 1 lap to go. The only ones that did not pit this time are the ones that pit last time. So if you pit this time, you're going to be good to go for a 1-stop pit stop. If you pit last time, it's going to be close, but I think you can do it. And it looks like Brian Hennings is going to pick the inside row. And he's got a beautiful paint job on that truck we'll discuss in a few minutes when we do through the field. But right now, they're going down the back stretch, waiting to get going. But some beautiful paint jobs out there tonight. We'll go through them here in a minute. And Watch these guys have some more fun. Watch us restart here.
Green flag.
Green flag. Hennings gets a good jump. Philpott pretty much matched him. Sorry about that. I got a little trigger happy there. They should be coming through right now. All right. Hertz Brian Hennings in the lead with the number 74 Superior Performance VRX Chevy Silverado. Superior Performance is based out of Wendell, North Carolina. They are a European repair specialist. They do work on other vehicles. Go see the Mulcahy's. As you see Father Mulcahy on the side there. His name's Kevin. Go see Jen and Tori Mulcahy for all your automotive repair needs. Second place, we got Jared Philpott in the number 18 Star Wars Kellogg's Chevrolet. Third place, we have Jared Epker in the Gen X VRX Mission 22 Chevy Silverado. Fourth place, we got good old Father Time, Mr. Wade Palmer. Beautiful rendition of a throwback to a Richard Petty STP VRX paint scheme. Behind him, we have Mama T in the 70. Beautiful patriotic V-Speed VRX Lone Star Racing paint scheme with Mama T and Papa G on it. In fifth, we got John Doc Hudson, like I said earlier, in a beautiful red and white, or white and red VRX Chevy Silverado. Then we got number 64, Doug Helfer, in the Alienware NVIDIA Monster Energy number 64 Chevy. And we got Papa G back here in 8th with the Papa G Productions Mama T Racing VRX Chevrolet. Beautiful purple and yellow black machine. Then we got Mr. Edward Fiedler back here in 9th in his Moza VRX Toyota. Another awesome paint scheme. Then there is Renee Haas driving a Haley Deegan inspired Monster Energy Ford VRX paint scheme. And in 11th, we have Christopher Key in the GM Goodwrench Service Chevrolet. And in 12th, we got number 155, Mr. Kenny B in a LSR Gaming X Chevrolet. And behind him, bringing up the rear, probably because he's getting all that brisket for you, Skylar and Taylor. In the number 13 Air Force inspired themed VRX Chevy Silverado. But in the meantime, let's get back up to the lead. It looks like Jared Philpott is taking it from Brian Hennings for now. And then Epker's back up at third. Just 6/10 back from Hennings, 7/10 back from Philpott. These guys are doing awesome. We are on lap 40 of 80. We are halfway through. So with that being said, it's time to crank it up and let them speakers rattle the neighbors' windows. And we're back, folks. No change in the lead. Philpott has pulled out a little over Hennings. Hennings has pulled out a lot over Epker. Palmer seems to be staying pretty steady back there in fourth. Helfer in fifth. Go back here and look at the battle between Mama T and Mr. Edward Fiedler. They are pretty close on the track together. And you got Papa G right there in the mix. Good three-way battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th. 10th is not far back from them. And the 11th place car for Renee Hasp is the last car on the lead lap. 18 seconds back. Kenneth Blackburn has got one of his 2 laps back, and Brian Duncan is still 2 laps down. Let's check in on him. He's coming through the turns now, looking pretty good. Go back here to TV3. Philpott is pulled away from Hennings by 1.6 seconds. Epker is staying pretty steady there. And Palmer seems to be holding steady, gaining going into the corners, but not so much coming out, it looks like. Running a good line, though. And it looks like Fiedler is starting to run down Hudson. And Helfer is maintaining. But you got Ed Fiedler and Mama T and Christopher Key all running together with Papa G, who is in 10th. Speaking of Papa G, want to give a shout out to, make sure I get the names right here. Sorry about this, folks. Joanne Spiker, be proud of your son, Greg. He's a great guy. You raised an awesome individual there. And hello, Joanne. Hope you're doing well. Rose Machette, missing you, hon. Hope you're watching. You young ladies, you need to put these whippersnappers in their place. When I say whippersnappers, I mean Mama T and Papa G, who are about to be battling, but right now it seems to be the 97 in Mama T. 97 got by her and pulled about a 0.4 of a second on her. He's running down Edward Fiedler, who is running down John Doc Hudson, and so on. We're on lap 52 of 80. Let's take a quick look at the weather, see if anything's changed. Air temperatures went down, track temperatures went up. Track temperature up 1 degree. Not a lot of going on there. You were watching Friday Night Lights presented by VRX and Mama T Racing, Papa G Productions, broadcasted here on Benjamin Broadcasting. If you like what you're seeing, give a like, share, and subscribe down below. Would be greatly appreciated. And hey, Baconator, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope to hear from you soon. Hope you get back on soon. Where am I? Looks like Jared Epker might be running down Brian Hennings a little. Right now, Philpott is out to a huge lead. These guys should be pitting pretty soon, I would guess. We'll see here in a few minutes, a few laps. But right now you got Mama T and John Hudson battling for position. I thought they were. Hudson must be in the pits. Yep, green flag pit stops have started. Hudson just went a lap down, but he should get that lap back. Whether or not they took tires last pit stop, this could be their last set of tires. The guys that... Yeah. Looks like Papa G might be coming down the pits. There he is. So the pit stop cycle has started. Looks like your leader, Jared Philpott, is getting ready to come down. I'm not sure. We'll know when he goes through this corner if he's going to be going through the pits. No, he chose to stay out, but he's pulled a 3-second lead on Hennings, who is 2 seconds ahead of Epker. It looks like Epker might be in the pits. Yep, Epker is making his pit stop. So is that's going to shake the running order up a little with Philpott, Hennings, Palmer in third, Helfer fourth, Fiedler sixth, Christopher Key seventh, Epker just went to seventh, Key to eighth. Mama T's coming out of the pits now. Papa G's in the pits. Green flag stops have started. You can see the new tires here going by of Hudson going by Hennings. Pretty soon Hudson will be up on Philpott to get a lap back. And Hudson is currently 2 laps down from the pit stop. Here comes Hennings, Haas are both in the pits. Haas is already a lap down. Let's go up to the leader, see when he pits, if he pits this time. I believe Helfer still needs to pit, Fiedler still needs to pit, and Philpott. Hennings is doing his pit now. Here comes Philpott. The next guy will be Helfer or Fiedler pitting. Make sure Philpott makes it in and out all right. Go check your leader here. Dougie Fresh Helfner. I heard he just got some new body lotion that he thought was body wash. He did it again. But damn, he smells good. No stinky feet there. And when will he pit? He should be pitting pretty soon. We will see. You can see how the tires just drive by him of Haas. Oh, he come down a little on Greg. He saves it. Epker does not look like he saved it, but he did. And Helfer hit the pits, which will be, and Fiedler's in the pits. That's everyone making their green flag pit stop. Nice to see green flag pit stops. With that, the lead should cycle back out to Jared Philpott, and he is going to have probably a 2.5-3 second lead over Hennings, who has about a 2 second lead over Epker, followed by Wade Palmer. For fourth, John Doc Hudson just got into 5th place. Remember, Hudson was one of the first guys to pit. Right now, on the lead lap, you got Philpott in the lead, Hennings in 2nd, Epker in 3rd, Palmer in 4th, Hudson in 5th, who was about 14 seconds back from 4th. And then you got Ed Fiedler back there in 6th. Mama T is the last truck on the lead lap in 7th. Then you got Christopher Key, first truck lap down in 8th. Renee Haas in 9th. Papa G in 10th. Mr. Kenneth Blackburn in 11th. By staying out that long, has cost Helfer a couple laps. Is Duncan still in the race? Yes, he is. Let's see if we can. We're on lap 67 of 80, so about a little over 20 to go. But back up here with the leader, it looks like Mama T's about to go a lap down. We'll watch that happen here. Philpott about to catch her. Will she give him the spot or will she fight him? She gave him the spot. Mama T's usually pretty fierce when it comes to staying on the lead lap. So Philpott got to give me there. And back here in second, who's maintaining about a 3-second deficit from the leader, is Brian Hennings, running in second, and then 3 seconds behind him is Jared Epker. So as of right now, it looks like Epker's got a good chance at a top 3 podium finish. Palmer's fallen about 5 seconds behind, 5.5 seconds behind Epker, and then Fiedler's about 16 seconds behind him. But in the meantime, it looks like Doc Hudson might be catching up to Fiedler. He's about a second back, but Hudson's about to go a lap down. He got a little loose there. He touched the grass. Forces Philpott to the outside. How will this work out? Philpott's pinching way down, but he gets by Hudson with momentum. Hudson couldn't slide up there, so that puts Hudson a lap down now. And Fiedler could be the next victim to go a lap down. We got 10 laps to go here, so we'll go check on Fiedler, see where he's at. He is coming out of 2, and Philpott is pretty much on his bumper. Philpott has pulled another 1/10 of a second, 2/10 over Hennings. But Hennings is staying ahead of Epker, and Palmer. Fiedler just goes high and lets Philpott by. And we're on lap 73 of 80. One more check on the weather. Air and track temp have come down 1 more degree since the last check. And we will do a quick race recap. We have had 3 cautions for 6 lead changes. And here comes Hennings up on to Hudson. Will Hudson cut Hennings a break here? Remember, Hudson is a lap down. He's a second car a lap down. So he's Fiedler's far enough ahead that Hudson is not fighting for the lucky dog. So how will Hudson handle Hennings? Let's take a look going into 3 and 4 here. Hudson stays low. Hennings goes by on the outside. No issues there. It looks like Hudson just gave him the pass. In the meantime, Epker is caught up to Hennings just a touch, not much. He's still 4 seconds behind. And Palmer is about 7 seconds behind Epker. And your leader is in the tri-oval right now with 5 to go. It's Philpott's race to lose. Let's see what happened to the 97 of Christian Key. Said he was driving slow. See if he got loose. Mama T got a little loose. She touched the apron, got a little loose there in front of Epter. Oh, he just got sideways, but he saved it. Good job by that young man. In the meantime, we got 3 to go. I don't see any real battles on the track. It looks like they're spread out pretty good. A little bit of a battle here between Hasp and Key, and that was for position. That was for 8th. Helfer's in the pits again. I'm not sure what happened to him. But we are down to 2 to go. You got Blackburn catching up to Mama T. That is not for position. How will she handle this? Blackburn is 2 laps down. Mama T's 1 lap down. We're on the final lap. Let's watch your leader cross the start-finish line. He will be your winner tonight. And Hennings is going to finish 2nd with Epter 3rd, Palmer 4th. The rest I'm not sure about. There's your winner, Jared Philpott. He has dominated this season, and he's still at it. He will be your points leader at the end of the day. Still, he has the most wins in the league. He's been the fastest car week in, week out. There's been contenders, but not many. 2nd place goes to Brian Hennings, and 3rd to Jared Epter. We will take a commercial break here, and when we come back, we will do the post-race show, wrap everything up, and have the top 3 interview. Hope you've enjoyed watching. We'll be back in a few minutes.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
welcome back to Friday Night Lights. Tonight, 2 of the top 3 obviously did not want interviews, but we have the true champion here, Brian Hennings in the number 74 Superior Performance Chevrolet. Second place, great job. How'd it feel out there tonight?
Pretty good. I'm getting a little bit better at Texas, but obviously not good enough. Jared Philpott, since we have 2 J's here, he just kept pulling away from me. So kudos to him. I guess he was doing something a little bit different than I was and running a better line, I guess. But I just couldn't keep pace with them.
Yeah. Well, it looked like a good race. There was 3 cautions for 6 lead changes, and you were involved in a couple of them lead changes. How did that feel?
I mean, it just depends on the tires at that point. But I got around Philpott for a little bit, but he was just right there. It's fun to pass him, but I say he just must have been running a slightly different line to save a little bit more rubber. I don't know, and kudos to him for doing a good job.
All right. Well, congratulations on the second place. I know you got to get going here pretty quick, so we'll make it short. Anyone you want to thank and shout out?
I'll thank Benjamin Broadcasting. I'll take a look at this when I get a chance. All my teammates over at VRX, and special shout out to Mr. Malarkey, Kevin Mulcahy. We're all pulling for you, buddy. Hope you get better. And that's all for tonight.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Brian. We hope to see you next week. I don't remember the track, but
all good.
We'll
see you next Friday night.
All right. We'll see you Friday. Have a good one, bud.
You too. Take care.
Yep. All right, folks. I'm going to do something I normally don't do here, but beings first and third didn't want their interview. Let's bring someone up that does not normally get an interview. Mr. Brian Duncan, this has been in the booth. Do you got a copy?
How are you?
How you doing tonight?
I could be a lot better.
Yeah, it looked like a rough night out there for you tonight. Were you just thinking too much about the Texas barbecue?
I think I was thinking about anything but racing, obviously. I looked at the video, and it was a little incident on I think it was lap 22, I believe, where we had a little incident, and it took me out of the race, and I was just playing catch up. Not enough cautions to get back on the lead lap, unfortunately, but the 64 was aggressive, and he should be, and got a little loose underneath me, and I had some serious damage, so I was playing catch up the whole race. Not enough cautions to get back up on the lead lap, so it was a bad night for us, but a lot of fun.
All right. Well, there's something I mention every race, and it's what has inspired the paint scheme on your truck, and that was your service in the Air Force. What did you do in the Air Force?
I was a C-130 loadmaster.
All right. And for how long?
20 years.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate your support, and I try to run patriotic paint schemes throughout the years, and I've had this on my truck for a long time, actually. So it's a good-looking truck, good-looking paint scheme, and I wish we could have run a little better to get some more TV time, but it's wasn't our night.
Right. Well, being as you got an interview, you get to give shout-outs and thanks tonight. The mic is yours.
Yeah, I appreciate you broadcasting it at Mama T and Papa G Productions. I appreciate VRX for everything they do for us, and I appreciate my wife and kids that let me get away from them to come in here and have a little fun with you guys.
All right. And with that being said, we will catch you here in a few minutes down in the party room. You have a good night, and thank you for showing up tonight.
Thanks. I appreciate everything.
You're welcome. All right, folks, with that being said, let's get you through the final running order tonight. One last time. Your winner was Jared Philpott, followed by Brian Hennings. Jared Epker in third. Wade Palmer fourth. Good job by Wade. Edward Fiedler in fifth. John Doc Hudson in sixth. Go visit his website, johnhudsonart.com. He has beautiful paintings, and they're available for purchase. He's out of New York State. Seventh, you had Mama T, one of the rare occasions she beats Papa G. Eighth was Renee Hasp. Ninth was the new guy, Christian Key. He did a great job. Papa G had a rough night, finished 10th. Kenneth Blackburn, 11th. Brian Duncan, 12th. And Doug Helfer, 13th. With that being said, I would like to thank you all for showing up tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the show. One last thing. I hope you had a great today, and please have a better tomorrow. Talk to y'all next week.